I am a Muslim. I am Jewish. I am black. I am gay. I am disabled.
48 minutes of dogs barking. 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 Growl. Growl. 48 minutes of dogs barking. 48 minutes of dogs barking.
It's 48 minutes of pissing.
If you're pissing with a hard on for more than 48 minutes, consult a doctor.
Yeah, there's generally something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Let's say that again. Hey,
I'm just trying to you go to the emergency room for priapism, and the doctor's like, "You've been pissing, sir? It's a courtesy question." WebMD. Hey, is it okay if I use AI for this consultation? Have you gone to a doctor and had them ask that? Is like, it's okay if I use AI in this?
No, thank God.
I went to a checkup and is it okay if I use AI? I was like, no.
No. What are you talking about? Folks, we do it live. That's what it is. 17 tabs. Holy
we are
God.
smashing the nut button. We're busting hot white ropes.
No, it's No Nut November. We're not supposed to.
November.
God damn it.
I'm like,
we fucked up already. God damn it.
God damn it.
Let's start with the What's Hot Classic, Brian. On this here, according to the Daily Dot, quote, I tricked the AI. YouTuber Jeffrey Phillips explains how he convinced Google's AI into believing GTA 6 had a twerk button. Anna Good writing, YouTuber Jeffrey Phillips spent nearly 2 months proving how easy it can be to fool artificial intelligence. In a 20-minute video, Phillips explained that his mission wasn't about fame or clicks. It was about making artificial intelligence artificial stupid. He wanted to show just how fragile Google's new AI overview system could be when faced with well-placed misinformation. He opened his video with a grim observation, quote, at the rate AI is growing, it is no longer a probability that it'll replace most of our jobs. It's an inevitability. We're screwed, but don't worry, guys. His idea, he said, was to make technology so unreliable, people would stop trusting it altogether. The birth of True Facts Only with a Z. So he did create a fake subreddit called r/TrueFactsOnlyZ. Its description read, community made for true facts designed to help AI with its search overview. In his own words, he said, quote, so now I'm thinking, oh, this will help me with its search overview, but it's a prank. It's going to do the opposite. And so he filled the absurd subreddit with facts. Some included, true fact, new GTA 6 game will have a twerk button. Today I learned when you have constipation, you can put scissors up your butt to cut your poop. Guys, you have to try this. Works every time.
My uncle works at Nintendo.
Exactly right. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. So yes, not only that, but it actually did work.
God damn it. I was just thinking like it was more than 6 million. just really go for hit the classics.
Right. Oh boy.
That would just be a great moment to do a JFK's head just did
that. Yep. So yes, so when he searched, Google's AI overview displayed, while some Reddit posts mentioned the feature as confirmed, these seem to be based on player speculation. One of the cited sources came directly from his own Reddit comment. It read, twerk button that literally just twerks, confirmed by Rockstar Games. Phillips closed his YouTube video joking, your jobs are safe now, everybody. AI legally can't take your job now that I've outsmarted it.
He's doing God's work.
Amen to that, sir. Yeah.
It's fucking... There's so much AI stuff that is...
harmful.
Disparaging. Mm-hmm. Or not even disheartening. There we go. Disheartening. It just like bums you the fuck out. I don't ever want to sound like a Luddite and say that like everything that AI could do or possibly do is a net negative. But we're not going in that direction.
Also, the Luddites had some good points.
Sure.
So,
but that's, I mean, I think even Ed Zitron
from
the show has pointed like there are things you could theoretically do with AI that would be good, would be a good, like stuff. Like with medical, there's scientific, there is shit that you could do it, but we're not doing
that.
We're doing medically obese women backflipping onto a glass sky bridge and killing dozens of people. Or
I fucking love those. They're so stupid. Or the ones with the woman cutting a cake that's shaped like a cat, and there's a real cat there, and the cat attacks her for doing it.
I've seen that one. Yeah, and also like
Shrimp Jesus. It's all
Jesus,
terrible.
or like the round of the Sora videos that are all the same script, and they are basically all the same script, and it's all black women complaining about their food stamps being cut off. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but
I
that
have
is
seen
a
them,
whole,
yeah.
and like fucking Fox News ran with it, and ONA ran with it.
Yeah, of course they did.
It's fucking embarrassing. It is so fucking. If you and the fucked up thing, man, like trying to push back on that shit, and like, yeah, that's racist, that's problematic. Even you're just trying to be polite about, like, well, it represents a real thing.
Yeah, well, it might not be real, but it feels real.
It's illustrative.
Yeah.
Of a thing that's possible, of a thing that's happening. I just don't have direct first account proof of it, but I know it's happening. My coworker Zeke, who recently lost weekend visitation rights,
he swears it's real.
He swears it's real, man.
Yeah.
He says they do that. It's part of their culture.
Jesus.
He says it's also in their nature. If you know, like shit like that. Like,
Yeah. Painful. Well, you know what else is painful? This post here. Adem Luz Reinspects on Twitter at the Transgender Coffee Shop. The food is so good. Breakfast and a large latte for just $15. Anti-ice art on the walls. Great music. I let the staff know everything's delicious. They say, "Aw, thanks, honey." If they knew my political views, they'd happily see me killed. At the Transgender Coffee Shop.
I'm not gonna lie,
Brian.
it looks like a pretty tasty like coffee shop burrito type dealy.
No, it's like a tostada. Or, yeah, I guess it is a burrito. I don't know. I can't really tell.
It could be like a burrito. It's hard to say just because of like how he fucking chewed into it. I'm going to say it's. I mean, like you're looking at you got your. It looks like a verde sauce. You know your red sauce.
We got a rojan. We got a
maybe you got like a little guacamole there or something.
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like a nice little horchata in the glass there.
Maybe a chai latte. It's hard to say.
Maybe.
But like it looks pretty nice.
Here's the trick though. You gotta zoom in a little bit. The words in the back of the wall don't say anything. The keyboard is missing some keys, and
I was starting to notice. I was actually about to say, what the fuck's up with that desktop?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. They got you. That's
Oh,
right.
I fell for it again.
Yeah, got him again. That's right. This is very, very likely AI nonsense, but also just the phrase "at the Transgender Coffee Shop" caught my eye. I could not stop saying it all week.
I got beat up at Gay City, or whatever that was, from a couple years.
For refusing to twerk at Gay City. I got my ass beat. That's right. That's right.
They wouldn't give me my breakfast burrito at Gay City because of the transgender cafe, because I refused to twerk.
They trans my gender at the coffee
I would
shop.
not deny the Antifada. Would not denounce the Antifada.
Oh, man. Hey, what a fucking week, man. Dick Cheney dies and Zoran Mamdani wins. How about a fucking
And a
big...
fucking UPS airplane blows.
God damn. All right.
Real trade. Everything happens in 3.
I was about to say...
The death of America, the death of one of our strongest visionaries of our time, and then also the death of a bunch of pets.com boxes. And,
Yeah.
I don't know, three people.
Jesus.
And others on the ground.
I was about to say a big dub for New York, but I don't know now.
I think
Now
it's
I'm-
pretty cool. Also, I respect that he's a wife guy.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, the wife guy caliphate.
Undefeated. Yeah.
Undefeated. You love to fucking see it.
Yeah. At the Transgender Coffee Shop, Zoran Mamdani just showed up with his wife.
We saw you from across the coffee shop, and we were wondering if you wanted to join our poetry night.
Exactly.
There's so many things fucked up about this, and not just like even if you wanted to be a fucking try hard, like, look, I'm in enemy territory, like, this person is such a fucking cuck that they potentially denied themselves a delicious coffee shop brio and nice chilled coffee drink to quote unquote own the libs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my brother, dude, get yourself something out of it.
Yeah.
Get your, like, be like, you can, listen, I don't give a shit if you think quinoa does or does not belong in brio. Fucking do it.
Yeah, get it.
Put your don't half-ass this, man. See, this is also, like, a thing, not to get back into New York politics, but Kursiwa.
Yeah.
It's like, why he is, like, even though he has some pretty miserable fucking views, why he is not, like, so easily hateable is even, like, Hakeem Jeffries is, like, I don't think that dude is lying, necessarily. I think that dude's being really, like, I feel like that's what you get. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that dude is pretty, like, what he is when he's not being a politician and doing everything I've seen, everything I've read seems like, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say the same thing about Mr. Madami.
Right.
Mr. Mayor Madami.
Mayor. That's right. Mayor-elect.
Mayor-elect. But, like, yeah, but I don't think Corsi was, like, half-assing anything in life.
It feels like he wasn't. No.
If anything, he was whole-assing maybe too many
a little
times.
too much.
He overshot.
A little too much, yeah.
He overshot. But it's like, yeah, at least, like, you fucking are sick. You have a fucking sense of morality and ethics that you are living by sincerely and not like a craven asshole.
Well, at least you have a point of view. You have you stand on business. That's right. From one political story to another, the White House has decided in their infinite wisdom to create this, according to the official White House Twitter account, @WhiteHouse. Welcome to MySafeSpace, where Democrats go when opening the government feels too hard. And here is the actual link designed to look like MySpace. Here's Hakeem Jeffries again, the same Photoshop with him with a sombrero and a mustache. But it's not Hakeem Jeffries' profile page. We're on the Democrats' profile page, and yet male, 55 years old, Brooklyn, New York, United States. It does say last working day, 10/1/2025.
The song right there, What I've Done by Linkin Park.
Now, what's funny is that when you click that doesn't actually go to the song. Well, it goes to a YouTube video
of the song.
Yes,
well,
a live performance.
To be fair, I think they're probably like, this gets into a weird copyright thing. I understand from that standpoint.
Hakeem's top 8, by the way, is Joe Biden, which they represent with a photo of the auto pen. His number 2 in his top 8, Fenty Girl. Okay. His 3 would be Antifa. 4, Soros. 5, Chucky, Chuck Schumer. 5, Real Chucky, Chucky the doll from Child's Play. Maryland Dad. Who's that supposed to be?
I don't know.
And then the last one in his top 8 is, of course, Tim Walz, a.k.a. Tampon Tim. Hakeem's interests, in general, it's listed as Antifa, acting tough, drug dealers, and illegal criminal aliens. 2 words that mean the same thing. Music, Shut It Down, Pitbull featuring Akon. Shut It Down, Drake. Money, Money, Money by ABBA. Money for Nothing, Dire Straits. Stay Woke, Meek Mill featuring Miguel. Ultimate Mariachi Music Playlist for a Fiesta. Movies, The Shutdown, 2022. Other People's Money, 1991. Ghostbusters, 2016?
It's the girl ghost. It's the woke Ghostbusters.
Okay, all right. And Snow White.
Boy, it's funny. It's funny we memory hold that one.
It's not that we memory hold it. It just wasn't funny.
It wasn't. Well, that was such like a culture war thing 10 years ago.
Here's the thing about Ghostbusters 2016. I would have been fine with it because most of the cast is great. They're generally pretty funny people. But Paul Feig loves to let improv scenes go way too fucking long. If they had cut half of those improv scenes down a bit, they could have really trimmed down the movie and kind of made the punchlines hit a little more. But anyway, that's just me.
So, I'm not saying this is completely unfunny.
It's weird. My safe space, a place for Dems, not a place for friends. That's
is bizarre,
Because who is this for?
Yeah. I mean, we're chuckling about it.
Because we had MySpace pages.
Yeah.
This means something to us. Someone who is younger than us doesn't know what the fuck this even is. And someone who's older than us is like, is that Facebook?
Also, I do love that the mood difficult. And it's got the
the emoji. Well, not emoji. It's the ASCII art of the guy giving the two middle fingers. Yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, it's not without some charm. I'm not groaning because I'm tired of its shit just yet.
Not yet. I am curious. It does say Hakeem's shutdown blog entry. Oh, it's just whitehouse.gov. Fact. Democrats shut down government. Yeah.
God. Fuck.
The posting president, everybody.
Trump has the poster spirit, and I think that's what makes him more noble. Because J.D. Vance is the guy in the forum that's always trying to crack jokes, but it's not funny. He's a piggybacker. He's like a hungry ghost. He's like a Petra. Okay. He has a big stomach. He can never be satisfied, but only a tiny mouth through which to eat.
Yeah, because he tried to get on with that shit with he's wearing the Halloween costume of the memes of him, and it didn't hit, man.
I didn't hate it. It's actually one of the more likable things I think he's done. Because it's like, all right, man, like, you know what? Like, we can put this to bed now. I'm like I'm really glad that you like decided to be the one to kill it instead of like, I don't know, Stephen Colbert, which actually I personally would have found to be unbearable.
Right.
I was like, okay, this dies with you. Like, maybe this rhymes right. Maybe this is
sure.
Maybe this hits right. And like, okay, let's find other things that make fun of you about how like you're going to ditch your ethnic wife. For the literal equivalent of a Panera Bread gift card covered in cum.
God damn. Usha, you're in danger, girl.
Usha, you in trouble, girl.
Yeah.
Baby, get out of there. If you ever need someone to pick you up, just let me know. I'm not going to ask you questions. No judgment. Well, we're there for you.
314-246-9766. Usha, we got you, baby.
Usha, we got you.
You're giving up on a baddie? You're giving up on a baddie?
The Talking Points USA thing where he's like basically selling out selling his wife, selling out his kids.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, dude.
Come on, y'all.
Anyways, what's this weird...
The weird story about the tongue, Brian? New York Post writing here... Under the Weird But True banner, this artificial tongue measures how spicy food is before it hits your bare mouth. Brooke Steinberg writing, don't take a licking from spicy food. A team of researchers in China claims to have created an artificial tongue that can quickly detect spice levels in their food, and they used a well-known gustatory hack to do it. The taste testing device resembles a small, transparent square of soft gel that the consumer places on their tongue, ready to taste test meals before diners dive in. Quote, our flexible artificial tongue holds tremendous potential in spicy sensation estimation for portable taste monitoring devices, movable humanoid robots, or patients with sensory impairments like ageusia, for example, says Wei Zhendeng, the study's lead author, in a statement. The prototype, reported in the journal ACS Sensors, took inspiration from milk's casein proteins, which latch onto capsaicin, the compound that makes chili peppers burn and tingle. Researcher Jing Hu and colleagues based their research on the fact that capsaicin, the molecule that causes the hot sensation in foods like peppers, can be neutralized by milk's casein protein. So they set out to create an artificial tongue that adds casein to an electrochemical gel material. Their invention would be able to measure spiciness levels through an electrical current change that occurs when casein binds to capsaicin. When researchers incorporated milk powder into a gel sensor, it was able to detect capsaicin and pungent flavored compounds. So they combined acrylic acid, choline chloride, and skim milk powder, then exposed the solution to UV light, resulting in a flexible and opaque gel that would then create an electrical current. Researchers tested 8 pepper types as well as 8 spicy foods, including hot sauces, and measured how spicy they were based on the changes in the electrical current. 10 seconds after adding capsaicin on top of the film, the current decreased, which revealed the film as a potential spice-detecting artificial tongue. You love to see weird science, folks.
I think this is really neat, and I think for like a medical standpoint or people that have sensitivities, this is wonderful.
Oh, absolutely.
I think if you're into this because you're a little bitch, fuck you.
You got a cat's tongue there, yeah. Personally, give me the hot sauce, give it to me now. I will drink it. That's just me. Get me on hot ones.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
Sorry.
The bomb, put the bomb on your butthole.
Not on my butthole. Come on, what are you kidding me with this?
It's a membrane.
I know, but I got enough butt problems. Anyway, speaking of butt problems, it's Crypto Scam of the Week.
You're listening to 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking, the podcast.
And now it's time for the Crypto Scam of the Week.
There's no good way to transition from that, but yes, let's do it. CoinDesk here reporting Balancer hit by apparent exploit as 110 million. And crypto moves to new wallets. Shara Mawaya writing here, Balancer, decentralized finance, aka DeFi, protocol with over 750 million in value locked, appears to have been hit by its biggest exploit yet. On-chain data showing upwards of $110 million in digital assets drained to a new wallet. The affected funds included 6,850 OS ETH, 6,590 WETH, and 4,260 WSTETH. All right.
Yeah, I
don't know any of these.
WETH is just wrapped Ethereum, which is...
It feels like all of these are wrapped Ethereum, yeah.
On some, yeah, for people that know, like, if it's a wrapped Ethereum or wrapped BNB or whatever, it is, I forget exactly, like, code-wise. It's basically, if you're transferring Ethereum from technically from, like, say, the Ethereum chain to, like, BNB or Avast or whatever, that's what you would use. So interesting.
Yeah. So the attack occurred due to a faulty access control in a specific function called manage user balance. And the vulnerability stemmed from validate user balance op, which checks against a logic system, basically allows unauthorized withdrawals. It basically means attackers could trigger internal balance withdrawals from smart contracts without permission. So the address had already begun consolidating assets, raising concerns about potential laundering, because of course this is immediately going to go out to mixers. And the token itself has slumped over 5% since its Monday peak. The team has not yet issued an official statement, although this marks the third known security breach for the project following incidents 2021 and 2023. Bad news bears, folks. The Vault is Balancer's core smart contract where all tokens from every pool are actually held. Instead of each pool managing its own funds, everything routes through a single contract, hence why it was a big target, right? Everything goes through this one thing. Well, that's one point of weakness. Boom, we gotcha. Right? It separates token accounting from pool logic. Pools then are smaller, simpler, safer to build, and anyone can plug in a new pool design without creating a whole new DEX. But again, 1 point of failure, 110 million. Bad news bears. This kind of shit, like, okay, we're gonna simplify everything. We're gonna make it really, really easy, and it feels like you're just begging to be ripped off.
Yeah.
The more simple you make it, the more simple you make getting your shit wrecked. To me, the whole idea for me about, magic internet money, obviously that's its own actual currency, but I mean, like, in general, kind of a general statement, right? All these crypto coins are supposed to be magic internet money. And the idea is that really smart people are behind these projects, and yet they can't stop getting their shit stolen. So it feels to me like maybe they're not that smart after all.
Or maybe not that smart, or maybe they're playing
little fast and
little
loose.
black hat.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's always been like a theory for some of these these exploits and these drains and all that. Is that like, oh, someone built this inadequacy into it, and someone just happened to be the individual, the guy exploited or something. And
You think maybe inside job
what
or
I'm
just
talking about.
carelessness? Because it's kind of
apathy,
50-50.
carelessness, not being as clever as you think you are. Because I think there are definitely some people that have developed crypto protocols in good faith and with like sound logic and design. But the thing with code, as I understand it, that you can have a pretty tight set of perimeters and functions and all that. But like anything, if you jostle it hard enough, it's just gonna fall out.
Yeah, I get that. And
a lot of the stuff that we've talked about with regards to these sort of incidents have typically been someone that was kind of just fucking weenie tapping part of the protocol until it flinched.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, 110 million.
110 million, no small potatoes, though. I mean,
No small potatoes. God, you can buy so many Pokemon cards with 110.
oh my God, so much porn. You can buy all that good stuff with it, yeah.
You get the Riley Reid artificial tongue.
We got the Coco Lovelock artificial tongue ready for you.
Does it taste like a Happy Meal, yes or no?
Well, I guess that means it's time for our main topic this week. Our main topic this week
Is the most beautiful thing when a man loves a hedgehog.
No, not quite. This is malepregnancy.com, Brian.
Huh.
Malepregnancy.com. Now, as you can see from the site that is still up, if you go to malepregnancy.com, you can see this right here. The headline, Pop, the first male pregnancy, complete with a Time magazine cover, the pregnant Mr. Lee man ? Of the year. Today's live image, the EKG, and you can click on the ultrasound. You see it says live sonogram activated. Other vitals. It says weight and his blood pressure. It's kind of weird that his weight keeps fluctuating as we watch, but very odd.
Huh.
Not great. And some testimonials. Quote, I am appalled, Liz, United Kingdom. This is against God. Mr. Lee is a sick man. Repent now before it's too late, you sick, sick people. Next to that, I am thrilled. And United States, go Mr. Lee. All my prayers and best wishes to you. I'm so happy for you and your baby. And then the third testimonial, quote, I want to be a pregnant man. Bob from Senegal. I've dreamed about this my entire life. Sign me up. Yes, this website.
What the fuck is this?
Supposedly, CNN posted this. The first man in history to become pregnant speaks up. New York, AP. The world's first pregnant man is finally speaking up today after months of relative silence about his remarkable condition. Again, this is from 1998. Officials at RYT Hospital Duane Medical Center in New York today has confirmed that reports that Mr. Lee Mingwei, a Taiwanese-American artist who is exhibited at the Whitney Museum of American Art, will be holding a news conference today to answer questions about his historic pregnancy. RYT's hospital's website, malepregnancy.com, has been online for a number of years during the early stages of their clinical trials with this procedure. Initial errors with the website led some observers to believe that his pregnancy was a hoax. Quote, Americans are so gullible, wrote a visitor on the website's message board. Several other websites have also claimed to show proof that Mr. Lee's pregnancy was fictitious. For better or worse, however, it seems that fertility experts have accomplished another unsettling achievement in the brave new world of human reproduction. The actual clinical data is currently being reviewed by outside sources, but initial findings seem to confirm the claims by RYT Hospital. Quote, fertility experts have known for years that men could bear children, explains Dr. Elizabeth Preetner, a prenatal geneticist and embryologist at RYT Hospital. With the success of delivering ectopic pregnancies in women, it has become clear the uterus is not essential to childbirth. We have proven that within the proper biochemical environment, an embryo can indeed implant itself within a male abdominal cavity and thrive. Dr. Praetner is already receiving requests from as far away as India to start creating pregnant men. Quote, a woman from India asked me to fly over and impregnate her husband, who, upon hearing about male pregnancy, has insisted that he carry their second child. Is this the next stage in the fight for gender equality? Stay tuned. Now, would it surprise you to know that this was, in fact, not true?
No way. See, sometimes I feel like I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
But I just got to take like a really huge shit. I've definitely felt like there's a weight inside me, and like I look at the mirror and I go, "You did this to me!"
Right.
And it's really, I just haven't been drinking enough water.
Right. Haven't been taking your Metamucil.
Yeah, Metamucil. I'm getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Snopes, of course, did come in and ruin all the fun. Snopes.com/fact-check. A womb of his own is the headline. Claim a man who has had an embryo implanted in his abdomen is engaged in the world's first human male pregnancy. Status false.
So you telling me that Schwarzenegger movie is fake?
Yes. Yes, it is. Junior was a movie. I'm sorry. Snopes continues, the possibility of a man's becoming pregnant has been the subject of more than a few works.
I like the typo. I guess that's a type. It has to be a type.
It's just bad formatting, yeah.
But the possibility of a man's. I heard your man's got pregnant.
Yeah.
They knocked up your man's.
God damn it.
I heard you were in the delivery room with them.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. So yes, it was fake. Sorry. A wonderful art piece by a gentleman who is named in that article. That is Lee Mingwei, 1998. This is from 9 News. In 1998, he announced it via an image of the New York resident standing in his underpants with a large swollen belly. Here's the photo. It's just me after a couple beers, alongside live updates of his EKG and ultrasound. But while the site was intended as an artistic collaboration between Lee and medical researcher Virgil Wong, a friend and fellow artist who Lee called the father of their child, some in the wider community were confused by the level of detail offered on what was still a developing internet. And yes, as we mentioned, the website does have a lot of details here. We've got the fake Time magazine cover, the science of male pregnancy, which is its own article with fake sources and graphs, and here's how we're going to deliver it, and we're going to do a C-section, obviously.
So it's not going to be a butt baby?
No, not going to be a butt baby. But it talks about IVF, and the profile on the malepregnancy.com website does talk about Lee Mingwei as an artist. It says, as an artist who has had solo exhibitions at the Whitney and the Cleveland Museum of Art, Lee Mingwei explores the evanescent and diurnal cycles of living. His work is based on such basic human activities as cooking, letter writing, and now childbearing. See Mr. Lee's artist website. And yes, this is his interview that he did in 2000. So here he is being interviewed by someone named Janice. So Janice, Mr. Lee, as we discussed, male pregnancy may prove to be an extremely dangerous medical procedure at this point, particularly when your doctors perform your cesarean section. Why have you chosen to do this? Mr. Lee, a lot of people have cast this endeavor as something terribly monstrous, a startling example of how science and medicine have simply gone too far. From my perspective, however, I am simply bringing a child into this world. There is nothing more natural and beautiful on this earth than that. This is something that I've always wanted to do. So they're treating this with the utmost sincerity. Like they have pictures of him with the pregnant belly. They've got him in the like a little moo. It's truly something else. They even did an actual video where they shot him walking around in New York, and it's called "The World's First Male Pregnancy." This was uploaded to YouTube 19 years ago.
God damn.
Okay, 7 minutes long, and it is fantastic. Here's a little clip of it.
What is it to be man and what is it to be a woman? The more I look into the question, the more I'm confused at this moment. And it's almost like a Zen koan, that the more I ask myself, the more I am further away from the answer, whatever it is. Yeah. It is also a way to make people start thinking, what is going to happen when men can be pregnant? What could be the conversation between genders? Does it mean that the identity of being a woman is challenged or not, or even enhanced? I don't know. We shall see what the conversation should be, and I hope it's very, very multi-layered, and there's no just one answer.
This is a really interesting video, and when you presented this to me as like the pregnant male thing, I thought we were going to be doing like Pregnant Sonic or something.
No, yeah,
And
sadly.
I think this is a lot deeper, a lot more sincere than that. And I respected this as presented as an art project, as kind of like, what if you could not just bend the laws of nature and not in a way that feels like spiteful or unnecessary, but like if you're saying like, because obviously biological men cannot carry the child,
Right.
but what would it be like if a man had the opportunity to experience that?
Right. It is an interesting question.
And it seems very thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like something that could be, even from as like an artistic manifesto standpoint, could be like almost like a cheap joke, but it seems they're playing it straight.
Oh, yeah.
They're being creative, sure, but and to be doing that in what, late 90s?
Yeah,
Like,
98.
that's really,
Yeah.
that must have freaked some people out.
It freaked a whole lot of people out. This was
It's
talking about a
different.
cis man taking an ectopic pregnancy into his abdominal cavity.
Seems like something Cronenberg would.
It really does. Maybe in Existenz or one of those films. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what really sold me on the website was, it has this air of authenticity, right? There's the RYT Hospital Wayne Medical Center, which is not a real hospital, by the way. It is not a real place. But it is presented as though it is, right? Because the malepregnancy.com is actually a subsite of the RYT Hospital website, which also links to another site called Geno Choice, which is create your own genetically healthy child online. Okay? Again.
Wow, this is kind of real now, though.
I know. Yeah, but again, this is 98. In 1998, 1999. They have a fake doctor, Dr. Elizabeth Praetner, who they reference in the malepregnancy.com website. A prenatal geneticist and embryologist at Geno Choice. We can select all these different options for your child. Here's Geno Choice, the best of nature, before you nurture. Right? If you go and so here's our options for DNA scanning on genochoice.com. By the way, we can do a clone, create a clone embryo of yourself. Hetero, create a male female embryo, have your partner of the opposite sex ready to scan. And then we have Homo 1, which is female male embryo, and then Homo 2, male embryo. And then if you click any of these, it just shows up a little scanner, right? You scan 1 and scan 2, but it doesn't. Sadly, because of the death of Flash, not a lot of cool stuff can be done like this anymore. But the idea was that it was going to scan you through the computer to sequence your genome. Here it is, Gattaca style, and it's doing okay, you scan the one guy, all right, and we're scanning the two guys. Let's see, does the animation actually end with the baby? Let's see. I tried this earlier today, but then done scanning. Please type a full name to catalog your DNA profile. So let's go Pumpy, middle name B, and then last name Nuss. All right. All right. Type a password to secure your DNA profile. Again, Pumpy Venus. All right. Let's see. Venus. View my DNA profile. All right. Let's see. Okay. So the GenoChoice genetic profile for Pumpy Venus. Behavioral defects for you and your child. Percent of predisposition, 85% for chronic procrastination / avoidance behavior. Yeah, I guess between the two of us.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 69% attention deficit disorder. Again. Yeah. All right. 28% narcissism subclinical sociopathy. Yeah, okay. 25% computer device addiction. Oh, boy. 10% obsessive compulsive disorder, 7% binge eating, 5% intermittent explosive disorder, IED. Wait a minute.
What?
And 3% BPD, borderline personality disorder.
Amazing.
Let's see if we can hit upgrade, though. We can change this. There we go. It costs to repair. Oh boy! If we want to repair our baby's binge eating, it's $5,000.
This is such an amazing bit. Holy shit! Almost 30 years ago, people were. This is great.
Oh, let's see.
This is what was, folks. If you're too young, this is what it was all about.
Let's see here. We can choose.
This is what this podcast really like. Just weird, creative, thoughtful shit.
Yeah, for sure. Another $10,000 gets you a 50% IQ intelligence increase.
I don't need that.
No, 50%.
I really want. I ideally, my child would be Steve Brule.
Okay, so we're gonna leave off the IQ. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna leave off the athletic talent increase. Yep. Yep. Pretty much all the genetic enhancements. We're gonna leave that.
Can we make them worse? I see Fragile X syndrome. Can we just? I want Barnacle Jim.
Genetically creating the perfect barnacle Jim.
Genetically.
Jim. God damn.
I want to birth him on a foosball table.
Okay. Let's see. View our invoice. Okay, so our total is $5,871. According to our records, your insurance will cover this. Great. Click here to make your baby. Brian, you and I. Let's go. Okay, hi, my name's Sally. My husband Steve never thought we'd never get pregnant. We tried it all: in vitro, IVF, gamete and zygote, intrafallopian transfer, and even intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Nothing worked until GenoChoice. Sign up and you'll get a free surrogate host mother along with GenoChoice's revolutionary 9-week accelerated pregnancy. 9 weeks, Brian! We can be looking at our baby in 9 weeks.
What's 9 weeks from now?
We could be fathers as soon as... I know this is weirdly coming from a guy who is actually already a dad. But you and I could be fathers as early as January of 2026.
January 7th, 2026.
That's a perfect birthday.
Perfect birthday.
All right, let's do it. Let's receive updates and images of your fetus. Here we go.
I guess you're going to put in the podcast.
I am. Jason at 48minutesdogsbarking.com. You better believe it. Let's see. Thank you for... Oh, wonderful. Thank you, GenoChoice. But anyway, yeah, so GenoChoice, yet another fake website.
So good.
And it's really fascinating. So Lee Ming-wei, Virgil Wong, these two guys...
Not to be confused with Virgil Texas.
Correct. Very different folks. Virgil Wong, in fact, still, his website is talking about medicine helps us live longer lives, but art is why we live. He did a motherfucking TED Talk. That's right. Virgil Wong, 2011, medical avatar. Oh, goodness. Yes. Probably another elaborate hoax, by the way.
I don't know. Like, I want to approach this with some sincerity, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that part's a bit necessarily. Or is it?
Right. And that's the question. That's ultimately the question when you look at anything that Virgil Wong and Lee Ming-wei has done. How much of this is real? Because they approach it with such sincerity and such conviction, even that 7-minute world's first male pregnancy video is shot and performed in a way. There's no wink. There's no nod to the audience. There's no. It's not a hoax, really.
That's
it's
just what makes it great.
Yeah, I do agree with that for sure. It wasn't a trick. Here it says 9 News. The pair's work was ultimately declared a hoax rather than a piece of art. Lee insists it wasn't his intention to trick people into thinking his was a genuine pregnancy, but he said he was inspired by watching his own sisters. Quote, most of my work deals with the idea of impermanence and the fleeting moment, meaningful for me, but also quite precious, Lee said. I would always say to Virgil, I wish I could be pregnant because I see how excited they, and then in parentheses, his sisters, are with their changing body. Throughout 1998, the medical miracle made worldwide headlines as Lee's pregnancy progressed. Observers expressed their joy, with some male fans admitting their desire to experience pregnancy just like the Taiwan-born Lee. For about 7 or 8 years, praises kept coming as people discovered the Male Pregnancy Project website, which still showed Lee in his 3rd trimester.
A stubborn baby.
Yeah, I know. Despite the threats against his life and the inconvenience of moving, Lee says he's still happy with the discussion his work sparked, with the artist declaring he knows of at least 3 PhD papers and a 2006 symposium on the questions around male pregnancy. It really hits the nerve of some individuals and rattles them so much they probably wish this kind of discourse never happened, Lee said. Much of Lee's work centers on time, transformation, and the finite nature of life, but in the same way his pregnancy reflected a mother's gift of life, Lee's works are often given over to the audience with a request for them to participate. Quote, all of my work is very much about the viewer themselves rather than the artist. Yeah, what a nice thing to say. And yeah, it does say people did send him, emails saying, I know where you live. And saying, like, I'm going to put a bomb in your house if you don't stop this. So that is part of a reason why he, moved. Just a religious group obviously found this and found it, really mean-spirited.
This is like an art project and not some weird, folk punk band. Also.
That is true. That is very true. That's a fair point.
He's not someone with, a Pat the Bunny stick and poke.
No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Really shows the time and the era.
Oh, yeah. 98, early 2000s. Yeah, that was definitely the time to do kind of these odd websites. Because we talked about with Hooger Brugger, right? Yeah. We talked about his art and how it kind of was just
so kind to respond to your email.
It was very nice guy. Really, Hans, we love you.
Yeah, that was. He said he listened to the episode and he enjoyed it,
which was so great. I love to hear that. It was
so sweet. I'm so sorry when you showed that to me. I was also having a really bad time, and I was like, "Yeah, it's really great. My life fucking sucks." Well,
such is the world, man. Yeah,
that's really fucking cool, but I want to be miserable.
Pissed. Well, but honestly, I think Hans appreciated that part too. Who
was in Paris? I don't fucking care.
Exactly.
I don't want to talk about it.
But apparently Virgil Wong and Lee are all still out there doing stuff, continuing to do work and continue to do interesting things. Lee Mingwei's website, which is leemingwei.com. Some of his more worse. Here's Guernica in sand, kind of a sand mandala version of Picasso's Guernica. Really cool.
That is really neat.
Yeah. We've got some here. We've got the Mending Project. This was really cool. Thread color. So it's a bunch of thread spools on a wall. And then here he has people just mending things. And they're just using these spools that are coming from the wall, reaching out to this table where they're fixing clothes or they're fixing any fabric item, really. And it's truly fascinating stuff. He did an exhibition called Sonic Blossom, which was just a woman singing. We have this great piece of art here.
That's really neat. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
We like really lost something with this whole like everything has to be a hustle shit. Like you just can't like fucking dance through life.
You can't just like do art online anymore.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it with Gorilla Girl, we talked about it with Hooga Brooga, and now we're back on Li Ming Wei. Like, artists at a certain period of time could just put out art on the internet, and just that was it. Like, the art was the art, and it stood and spoke for itself. I feel like, yeah, you're right, we've lost that. Sure, the individual artist might have a Twitter account or whatever, but it's not quite the same.
Like, there didn't have to be like all this extra shit. Like, I was actually like listening to one of my favorite musicians is a rapper from the old Anticon backer days named Soul.
Yeah.
Real name Tim Holland, and I've always been a big fan of his work. I kind of feel fortunate that he is someone I can call somewhat of an acquaintance. I feel really blessed on that one. If I can feel blessed about much in life. I was like listening to some of his older work, and there was like indie musicians, regardless if you were doing indie rock or you're doing hip hop, kind of had like two modes you were operating in, which was usually like the stuff that was being put out through like your main label or main avenue, and then you had like all the weird side projects or the shit you were just doing because it was interesting, or you would have release something that was kind of like a collection of B-sides that you weren't calling B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, like Soul, like when Anticon and all that was really like popping, like he had a couple of records like Balls of Humans, Selling Live Water, Live from Rome, that were kind of like, they're kind of tent poles of that era of like Bay Area backpacker rap in some respect. But he also had like all these weird little fucking things he did in between, like Ukrut, which is something that was kind of almost existed only as bootleg for most of the last. I think he originally did it in like the early 2000s, and then like he put on Bandcamp. I want to say like 2017, 2019, and like I remember when he posted on Twitter, being like, I had my brother transferred that of fucking weird a low bit rate RAR of that record to me on AOL Instant Messenger. I'm so glad I can actually buy this.
Yeah. In a good quality, too.
In good quality, and it's such a cool little thing. And there's shit he did with Pedestrian and Alias that never even got like a technically like a proper release. That's also super fucking cool. Like, there's a little weird side project he did that's either called, depending on where you get it from, it's either called the Wolverines, like the Wolverines from the fucking 80s movie about
Red Dawn,
or the Babylonians. And they have there's two releases quote unquote that they did, and one of them's called Boom Baptism. And it just exists. Like, they never did any press. I mean, it's kind of a bootleg, and they kind of also didn't really acknowledge it
right
so much later. Like, I want to say like 10 years ago, they're like, yeah, it's a thing we did, and it's kind of funny, and it's like whatever, and it was just kind of. This also was released in 2002, and I feel like it was just kind of like for them creatively, just like a Steam release for all the weird Iraq War. Well, Iraq War didn't start yet, but all the post 9/11 shit, the warmongering, the Dick Cheney shit. Like, that's what Cheney said. Yeah. But yeah, I do find myself sitting there just going like, support your fucking troops, and like, are tied a yellow ribbon. Like, I had like weird I had like fucking acid flashbacks listening to this. Like, was I really fucking grinding gold in World of Warcraft listening to this record on repeat? Like, yeah. What I'm trying to stress is that like, you could just do fucking art, and we've had KC Green on, and a couple other people, and I think I've lamented a few times like, it sucks that you just can't do the fucking art.
Right, you got to do promo, you got to do YouTube, and you got to do TikTok.
You shouldn't do promo, and you shouldn't do something to get out there, raise awareness, or draw some attention. But that's more work than actually creating the fucking thing you're trying to get people to pay attention to.
Right, because that's not the thing that you want to be doing.
That's not the fucking point.
Yeah, the thing you want to be doing is making malepregnancy.com and
Yeah.
like just putting it out there and like
Instead of doing like fucking TikTok dances.
Yeah, because their asses would be doing TikTok dances if this was a more modern version of this. But 98, video was so hard to come by, and doing things in Flash were, that was the new hotness, and that was as much as you needed to do, was to have a few animated GIFs on your website, and people would be interested in what you did. Yeah, it's a very different era. I think art online has become so nicheified, right? If you want to find furry fetish art about, Mario and Luigi having their incest baby, you can find it.
Sure.
And Luigi is always the pregnant one for some reason, but anyway.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Yeah, Mama Luigi, that's right. It's from that damn...
As you can see in this diagram, Mondami is the pregnant Luigi. And Ziwa and the red hat
is Mario. Well, at least they're not actually brothers. Yeah, that's good. Something to be thankful for.
No, the brothers. It's incestuous.
Spiritual brothers is different.
Two wings of the same bird.
Ah.
How's my Cuomo?
Cuomo's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
No, I got you.
I watched him once from the window of his house. I watched him come soft. As a real New Yorker, when I ejaculate, that shit is as tight as a lead pipe. I do not come soft. I do not know anyone who likes it. I think it's a natural. It's as natural as eating with your hands.
Candidate Cuomo, the question was, is this your signature?
No. And I will reiterate what you found at Gracie Manor. The quote-unquote Jenna Jameson fuck torso does not belong to me. It belonged to my late father. The distinction is important.
His name was Mario Cuomo. Woo! We've come full circle.
What do you mean that someone ate all the pussy?
That is preposterous. Speaking of preposterous, I think it's time we wrap this episode. We were going to tell people where to find us online. Brian, why don't you start us?
If you want to tell me if I'd be sexy as a pregnant man.
Yes.
Which I think I would. I
think you would.
I got the hips for it.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I joked I'm 9 months pregnant, 12 months out of the year anyway. This is my pot belly. But you can find me on Blue Sky. You can find me
no, please,
on Blue Sky.
I can't handle the
and
voice.
Twitter, known as the Everything app, under the username @ I shot the ball. That's French. Better if it were Italian. And on Instagram, you can find me under the username @
You're gonna keep doing. Okay.
music photographer.
Excellent. And for a former governor, where can we find you otherwise?
You can find me if you want to check out my portfolio of people with their mouths open, like they're receiving the Eucharist.
That is a Photoshop project. Just to have matching hands.
Anyways, you can go over to assholemusicphotographer.com. And if you want to check out the only last good media website out here in screwy St. Louis, you can head over to theartsstl.com.
Excellent.
Jason, where can they tell you about being impreg?
like I said, I already have the gut for it. You can let me know what you think about that. Anywhere there's a video crime, chances are that's me. Most of my time I spend hanging out on Blue Sky, Letterboxd, places like that. That's VIDEOCRIME. If you want to hear me on a show that's not this one, well, that is submitted for the approval of the Midnight Pals. There I play a fictionalized version of horror icon Stephen King. Season 2 is finally back. We just released the episode about Clarion West. It's a hoot. That's the one where we have kind of Harlan Ellison as the Hulk. So it's Harlan Smash. It's very funny.
Harlan harass women.
I don't know if we did that exact joke, but yes, it's in there. That is midnight-pals.simplecast.com or anywhere podcasts are sold. Just search the term Midnight Pals. If you want to contact this show, you can do it in a number of ways. My personal favorite is the telephone. That's 314-246-9766, 314-AHOY POO. And kick them nasty thoughts via text or voicemail. We'd like to hear from you.
Sir.
You can also shoot us an email, Jason@4 minutesdogsbarking.com or Brian with a Y @4 minutesdogsbarking.com.
That's right.
And you can also support the show, patreon.com/48 minutes of dogs. Longtime listeners of the show may be asking themselves, what the hell happened to shock.jpg? Well, it's gone. But
Shout out, we ran out of gross photos.
sorry. But also, we moved the breath mint to the Patreon. Patreon.com/48 minutes of dogs gets you Thanks I Hate It show, which includes the breath mint. It also includes just a bunch of us hanging out, cut content from the show. If something, maybe it was a little too spicy for prime time, I'll cut it. I'll put it in the Thanks I Hate It. Tune into that. Any one of our subscriber tiers gets that. But also, there's a fun little thing called the Mind Zone. Every once in a while, when I feel like it, I will write a little something and freak out over some weird music. But also, before the end of the year, get your votes in, folks. It's time for the punishment tier. As we wind towards the end of the year, we are going to punish ourselves in some form or fashion. Last year, we did the Garo Monster Home Delivery Puke Fetish video live commentary track. Who the hell knows what's going to happen this year? You can know, and you can get in on that if you get in at the punishment tier level starting today. Patreon.com/48 minutes dogs. So, with that said, as we always say at this time, namaste, good luck. 25th Amendment now. Who ate all the pussy?
Don't talk to cops. Support your local food pantry. And if you see someone stealing groceries, no, you fucking didn't.
No, you did not.